we're going to start lesson 3.3 with just filling in the blanks, and then we're going to talk about them and then do an example, okay? So as I fill these in, just fill them in with me, and then we'll talk them through once we have them filled out. Okay, so our steps for solving systems of 3 equations with 3 variables. Step 1, we're going to use 2 equations to eliminate 1 variable. So we have to decide what variable we are going to eliminate. So we will either eliminate x, y, or z. Okay, so let's say in the first step we eliminate x. Then in the second step, we're going to use a different combination of 2 equations to eliminate the same variable, so to also eliminate x. Okay, so we will have done 2 rounds of elimination, eliminating x, which will give us 2 equations that have x or that have y and z in them because the x's were eliminated. Okay, this might sound confusing at first. We're going to do one; it'll make more sense then. So once we have these 2 equations with the same 2 variables, we will then set those 2 up for another round of elimination. We will solve the 2 variable system for both variables. So we will solve them for x, plug it in, solve for y, plug it in, find z. And then we will substitute y and z into one of the original equations to find the last variable.
So we're doing the substitution just like bigger?
Bigger, more. So there are 3 eliminations and a couple substitutions for every 3 variable equation. Yeah, or system, yeah.
Wait, so we do a substitution and elimination?
Well, we do elimination and then we substitute back in. Do elimination, substitute back in. Yeah. You'll see. So our answer is always going to be 3 numbers. We're going to get an x, a y, and a z. We still write it as a coordinate point. It's always going to be x, comma, y, comma, z. You'll want to make sure you're being careful about the order that you put it in for your answer because your answer is always in order x, y, z, but you may not always find those in that order, so make sure you make them in the right order when you do your answer. So let's look at one. It'll make, I think, more sense. So how I like to do this is I like to label my equations. So I have equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. And then I kind of write out my steps as I go through. So step number 1 is going to be to put 2 equations together. It doesn't really matter which 2. As I'm looking at it, though, I see that I have a negative y and a positive y. Do you see that in equations 2 and 3? So I'm going to actually put those 2 together. So I'm going to put equations 1 and 2 together. That's going to be my first step.
Wait, 1 and 2? That was 2.
Sorry, 2 and 3. Yep, you're right. Equations 2 and 3 together. Okay, so I'm going to write them down just like a normal elimination problem. So I have 2x minus y plus z equals 8, and 3x plus y minus 2z equals negative 1. And I'm going to solve by elimination. So when I do this, my y's cancel. I get 5x minus 1z equals 7.
Yeah.
So now I have an equation that has an x and a z in it. I am going to name this equation equation number 4. Like I said, you don't have to do all of these steps. This is how I do it. It keeps my brain organized. Okay? I do think it's a good way to do it, but you don't have to. Okay? Now, I'm going to use a different combination of 2 equations to eliminate the same variable. So we eliminated y, so we're going to eliminate y again. We're going to use equations 1 and 2. We're going to eliminate y again. So step 2 is going to be to put equations 1 and 2 together. I chose 1 and 2 versus 1 and 3 because I need to use equation 1 because I didn't use it in the first round. But right, because 1 is positive and 1 is negative. Versus if I used 1 and 3, they're both positive y's, so it just is an extra step. You still could use 1 and 3. It would be fine. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite them down here just like they are before I do my manipulation, because I like to just look at 2 equations at a time. So now I'm looking at just those 2. And so what kind of manipulation do I need to do here? We're canceling y because we already canceled y. Yes.
Just do 2x problem times 3. Sorry.
Yep, second problem, multiply by 3. Good. So we're going to multiply this equation by 3. So down here, I'm going to rewrite it. X plus 3y plus 2z equals 5. And then 6x minus 3y plus 3z equals 24.
And we're looking for the other equation on below that, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter the order.
7x.
So the y's cancel. Good. The y's cancel. 1x plus 6x gives me 7x. And then 5z equals 29. Yep, that's going to be equation number 5. Only 5. So we now have 2 new equations that only have an x and a z, right? So now our third step, step number 3, is going to be to put equations 4 and 5 together. So equation 4 was 5x minus z equals 7. And equation 5 was 7x plus 5z equals 29. So now we're going to do another round of elimination. We're going to eliminate one of the variables. Which one should we? Z, because one's already positive and negative, right? And so what do I multiply the first equation by? Good. So I've got 25x minus 5z equals 35. And then I've got 7x plus 5z equals 29. Right, so we're going to cancel. So, yep. Oh, yeah, sorry. Is that okay? Okay. I'm going to cancel my z's. And I have, what, 32x equals 64. So what does x equal? 2. So we got a variable. Mm-hmm.
You plug the x back into 4 or 5 equations instead of.
Okay, so we found x. Step number 4 is going to be to plug x in to either equation 4 or 5. To find z, right. So x is 2. I plugged it into equation 4. So equation 4 was 5x minus z equals 7. So I did 5 times 2 minus z equals 7. So 10 minus z equals 7.
Wait, so z equals positive 3?
Yep.
Okay, and then you plug both of those things in.
Yep.
Or 3.
So now we have our last step, which is step 5. Well, technically our last step, but I'm going to add a step 6. Step 5, we are going to plug x and z into any original equation. So I'm going to choose the first one because it's the first one. So the first one is x plus 3y plus 2z equals 5. I got 2 for x and 3 for z, so I have 2 plus 3y plus 2 times 3 equals 5. 6, 7, 8 equals 5. So y equals negative 1?
Yes.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. So are we just gonna return these like on the test and we're just gonna have 1,000 papers?
It'll probably be one full page that you get. So my last step that I like to do, step number 6. Well, not I like to do. You have to do this, but I like to write it as a step for this first one. This is our OG 3-variable system of equations. So that's why we're writing all these steps out so we can go back and look at it. You don't have to write all these out every time. Right. So we will then put all values into x, comma, y, comma, z format. So we have, what do we have? 2, comma, negative 1, comma, 3. Answer. And that is one question. Look at how beautiful it is.